Yeah, so basically Moky whipped out his big fox skill all over Justus and made him regret ever coming to Vegas. It's one of those situations where you just play better than the other guy and you win.
I think you might even be a little too deep and maybe a little airier, but it was very, very good.
Thank you.
That was a very good first impression, yeah.
And we're going into game one where we're going to get the first impressions of how these two are going to play the game. I do that. So you had mentioned before, like, sometimes when you look at a player, you're thinking generally, oh, I understand what they're doing or what their general game plan is. And then other times it's like...
That's Moky. That's other times. Is that where you're going with it?
The other times are Moky. Moky, Moky, SFOB, Bab, these players are ones that I truly do not understand how they operate in the game, how they see the game.
Well, I tried to study Moky a little bit, and the way that I'm going to put it is I think players like that compartmentalize more than players like us, because we are both somewhat conceptual. It helps when you're conceptual to be a commentator, because you can break down any situation, fit it in a box, and talk about it. I don't think Moky plays that way. I think Moky's like, in this spot, it's like its own game. And then it gets totally separate when it reaches this other type of situation.
But it's like a clearer improvement when you expand your repertoire of situations.
Yeah, and like all the way to, yeah, it's much less general application of knowledge and much more specific application of tactics.
That's
at least how I'm able to understand.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I think, like, yeah, it's either that or he has to go fully deeply into, oh, nice tech by Justus, inward from the Shine Spike. The thing that I was thinking was, like, maybe he understands something so deeply. The concept is so mastered that he's like, oh, like in this situation with the DI in, I know that this move, maybe like a fair, will just add additional damage, or the slide off will hit the... Or actually, no, that was Justus.
It's the other way around.
Okay.
No, so Justus, whereas baseline game plan is meant to be solid, is one, and as any Fox, where you are strong is in your negative plans. Your ability to stop your opponent from doing what they want to do or counteract them. And so Justus' approach is the more common one, I guess, which is to take your baseline game plan and then just make it malleable so that you can change it based on what your opponent's doing.
Yes. Yes.
And so where Moky is... Yeah, the tough thing about using that sort of that strategy against Moky is that because Moky compartmentalizes so much, it's hard to just generally say, like, a lot of the times when I'm watching someone play or when I'm playing against someone, I get one read, like I notice that they roll in from the edge. I'm like, oh, that also means probably they emphasize center stage. So maybe they're going to dash back. And then you start to get all these other reads, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that someone who compartmentalizes as much as Moky, you can make that type of read against. It has to be more specific.
Because it's not thematic.
And of course, like, I could be dead wrong, and Moky doesn't do that. But that's just how I've come to, understand it.
I mean, I don't understand it. So, like if Moky is... Whoa.
Like we're going to go off that theory. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that little smirk, I think. Look at his little smirk under there. Maybe not.
I hope so.
Maybe
I
not.
hope
it was, if not a smirk, at least a twinkle.
They did a little the cross section too when they both fell off, like when Moky
made the smash symbol.
Yeah. They're crossing like little light columns.
What's the dash dance grab? How big can the punish be off the stage? It's threatening when you stay down there on Shine Spike because you could just rise and cover the ledge.
You're right.
You're able to cover either option.
Oh, so fast by Moky.
Yeah, perfect stock for stock one for Moky.
Yeah, wow. This, I think, it's really important.
He's also doking at the moment.
He's moking and he's doking?
I would say so.
Curtis? Oh, no.
Oh, he's doing, no!
He's doing the Twitter stuff.
You could have done like a down smash or there were lots of stuff you could have done, but I would not have expected that.
Oh, sick guy. They're both Twitter fiends, but Moky's the one that, like, I do the Moky pog with him when I see him do it. Like, what? This is... Moky has taken 17%
for 3 stops.
An absolute, like, flash in a pan right now for Moky, which is, I think, really important because I feel like Moky has been struggling to realize really his full potential.
Oh, that dash dance was so tight. It just
so
barely...
Tight.
Sorry to...
Into a confident up smash. No, I mean... if Moky can continue to do this, the momentum moving forward, I hope like he can take a big 4-stock win over Justus, like a really good player in their own right. Wow, crazy
Holy
from moky.
moly.
Take that confidence and convert it into like actual wins at the top 8 level, like he knows that he can do.
Yeah. So far, I think that game is like the game of the day, best played game of the day. It was just so. I mean, that it was every read was so specific on like the DI and everything. Nuts, nuts. I would say, you know, like sometimes like sort of unspoken brands have an image, like esports brands, right? Like C9 gets like the the mango or the squishy or whatever. Like they're like the renowned fan favorites.
Yeah.
You've got like Red Bull gets